from modern history. You can just look back a couple years at how important trucking is. Turns out, very important. And it's very satisfying to work on those issues and actually be helping.
It's got great market position. As far as in the industry, it's the number one, and it's not really debatable. Every trucking company will tell you that McLeod is the best. Every software company in the transportation industry will tell you that McLeod is the best.
I chose McLeod mainly because of the fact that I knew it was a Java developer position. So I was comfortable in Java, but I wanted to see somewhere that I could possibly have for the future as a potential opportunity in the future, and in terms of something I was a little bit familiar with and a way that I could expand my learning beyond the classroom and apply those real-world principles. And I just felt like McLeod would be the place to do it.
The Human Resources Department here offered a lot more than I feel other companies would have. I get an all-around experience here where I get to see all aspects of human resources: payroll, training, onboarding, offboarding, recruiting. I get to see all aspects of human resources, and I get to deal with them all, and I get to learn where I want to fit in my future.
At McLeod Software, we do co-ops and internships. The difference between the two, an internship is usually just for a semester. So you come in for that semester and you work for us, and depending on what department you're in. And then a co-op, there's more time invested into a co-op. It's 3 semesters, so you get basically 9 months with the student. And through the co-op programs that we work with, specifically at Auburn and Alabama, we have co-ops in the software development groups here. And so the whole idea of a co-op over an internship, specifically with our software developers, is because it takes a lot to learn the software and to get comfortable using the software and developing with our code base. And we just have found, and I think the student has found too as well, that with the co-op program, with those additional 2 semesters, you really get a good chance to see what life at McLeod is like as a software developer, and be able to learn the software really well, because in a co-op with McLeod, we're having you develop real code. You're developing real software that's going to be used by real customers. It's a little different than other co-ops or internships. So by the time that you're done with the co-op program, you're a fully functional developer with McLeod, and our hopes are that at the end of that rotation and you've graduated school, that you're going to come back and work for us.
I've just enjoyed the work environment, and I also enjoy the fact that even as a student, I have an opportunity to see my work be applied, and it's not just a typical type of position where let's make sure the student doesn't mess anything up. I get to do the same, and I'm kind of at the same level as full-time employees. So
company culture is probably my favorite part. The people here definitely make the job more interesting and more fun than most people would expect human resources to be. So it's a really fun environment to be in, and even on days when I'm just auditing and the work isn't necessarily the most fun, my coworkers definitely make it a really enjoyable experience.
It's a very laid-back, relaxing culture. Everyone's friendly. It's one of the coolest things that I think is how available Tom McLeod is. You could literally just walk in his office. You're in the elevator with him. He says hi. He's a friendly guy, and he's very accessible. And I don't think a lot of companies have that.
The culture of McLeod as a company, as a co-op, and now full-time, incredibly laid back. Again, I've never worked with anyone I did not genuinely enjoy as a person and working with, which is not something you can say generally at all. It's very laid back. We get stuff done, but it's not incredibly stressful. Having someone with 25 years of experience that is 10 feet away from me, that I can just bounce an idea off of, and him go, you might want to do this, or, that's a good idea, let's run with it. It's absolutely huge.
McLeod feels like family, and that's what you're going to hear from everyone here. That's something that I found out very quick. And I was only confirmed about that feeling of family within my first week of being here. My first week after immersion, I went to the Birmingham Barons game, which is a baseball team here in town, and everyone there it felt like family. People that I didn't know would see me, they would recognize that I'm new and come up to me, introduce me to themselves and their family. And it was just very family environment because, I'm not from Birmingham. I don't know anybody here. I'm just a student at Auburn, and people would go out of their way to talk to me, to make themselves known to me when they don't have to, and no one's making them.
It's more than just a work relationship. It's being able to meet outside of work and making friends.
So when you do an internship or a co-op with McLeod Software, obviously you're going to come and work with us and work with your specific groups and departments, and work really hard. But we also have a lot of fun during that internship too as well. We get to plan a lot of events and do a lot of things like play top golf, and we've done go-karts and axe throwing, and we've gone to some sporting events and all kinds of different activities that we plan to help build these relationships with people, kind of like-minded people going through the same thing that you're going through. These are all of our interns and co-ops and doing all these different events, and then we'll invite to specific events. We'll invite the managers and team leads too, so they all get to kind of network and get to know each other. So it's a lot of fun. Like I said, we work really hard, but we play real hard too and have a really good time.